Notice this line crossing 300,000 miles? That's not a miracle battery. It's the result of how the car is treated every day. Charge the wrong way for years, and you quietly shorten the life of a battery worth 5 figures. A few simple habits can be the difference between 150k miles and 300k miles. Subscribe for simple Tesla tips that help your car last longer. Habit 11. Stop fast charging all the time. Fast charging is extremely convenient, which is why many Tesla owners rely on superchargers whenever they need energy quickly. But fast charging sends a large amount of current into the battery in a short period of time, creating more heat inside the cells. Real-world data shows that vehicles using frequent DC fast charging tend to experience higher battery degradation compared with those charged mostly at home. For everyday driving, slower charging is usually better for the battery. Charging at home with a level 2 charger delivers energy more gradually and produces less heat. Superchargers are very useful for road trips, but using them occasionally rather than daily can help reduce long-term battery stress. Habit 10. Keep the battery between 20% and 80%. Charging habits also influence how quickly a battery ages. Lithium-ion batteries generally perform best when they operate within a moderate charge range. When the battery stays near full charge, the cells hold higher voltage, which increases chemical stress over time. Battery research has shown that lithium-ion cells experience greater aging when repeatedly exposed to very high or very low charge levels. For everyday driving, keeping the battery roughly between 20% and 80% helps reduce that stress. Tesla allows drivers to set a daily charge limit directly in the vehicle or mobile app. Charging to 100% is still useful before long trips, but it doesn't need to be part of the daily routine. Habit 9. Avoid letting the car sit at 100%. Charging to 100% isn't harmful by itself, but leaving the battery at full charge for long periods can increase wear. When the battery is fully charged, the cells remain at higher voltage, which can speed up natural chemical aging over time. This often happens when the car finishes charging overnight and sits full for several hours. Using Tesla's scheduled charging or scheduled departure feature helps avoid this by timing the charge to finish closer to when you plan to drive. Reducing the time the battery spends at full charge helps lower unnecessary stress and preserve long-term battery health. For more Tesla ownership guides, consider subscribing. Habit 8. Precondition the battery in extreme temperatures. Tesla batteries work best within a moderate temperature range. When the battery is very cold or extremely hot, the chemistry inside the cells becomes less efficient. In cold conditions, energy moves more slowly through the battery, which can reduce power and slow charging. In very hot weather, the system must work harder to manage heat. That's why Tesla includes a battery preconditioning feature. Using the mobile app or navigation system allows the car to warm or cool the battery before driving or charging. This brings the battery closer to its ideal operating temperature. Taking a moment to precondition the battery in extreme weather helps improve efficiency and reduces unnecessary stress on the battery over time. Habit 7. Rotate tires regularly. Tesla vehicles are heavier than many traditional cars because of the large battery pack mounted underneath the floor. That extra weight places more pressure on the tires, especially the front ones, which handle most of the steering and braking forces. Over time, this can cause the tires to wear unevenly. If tire rotation is ignored, some tires may wear out much faster than others. Uneven wear can also increase rolling resistance, which slightly reduces efficiency and range. A simple rotation every 5,000 to 7,000 miles helps distribute the load more evenly across all 4 tires. Keeping the tires wearing evenly improves driving stability, maintains efficiency, and helps extend the overall lifespan of the tires. Habit 6. Replace cabin air filters on schedule. The cabin air filter is a small part, but it plays an important role in keeping the air inside your Tesla clean. Over time, the filter collects dust, pollen, and other particles from the outside air. As those particles build up, the filter can become clogged. When that happens, the climate control system has to push harder to move air through the cabin. This can reduce airflow and make the system work less efficiently. Replacing the cabin air filter about once a year, or roughly every 12,000 to 15,000 miles, helps keep the airflow smooth and the interior air cleaner. It's a quick and inexpensive maintenance step that supports comfort and helps the climate system operate properly. Habit 5. Keep Tesla software updated. Tesla vehicles improve over time through software updates. These updates often include adjustments that improve efficiency, refine battery management, and correct small system issues. Ignoring updates means missing improvements that can help the car run more smoothly. Most updates download automatically when the vehicle is connected to Wi-Fi. Once installed, they can enhance charging behavior, improve system stability, and sometimes even add useful features. Keeping the car connected to Wi-Fi at home allows updates to download whenever they are available. It's one of the simplest habits Tesla owners can follow, yet it helps the vehicle stay optimized as the software continues to evolve. Habit 4. Maintain brake fluid even with regenerative braking. Tesla vehicles rely heavily on regenerative braking, which means the electric motor slows the car and reduces how often the brake pads are used. Because of this, many owners assume the braking system requires very little maintenance. While the pads may last longer, the brake fluid still needs attention. Brake fluid naturally absorbs moisture from the air over time. As moisture builds up, it can reduce braking performance and eventually lead to corrosion inside the braking system. Replacing the brake fluid every 2 to 3 years helps keep the hydraulic system working properly. This simple service ensures consistent braking performance and helps protect important components inside the braking system. Habit 3. Keep the undercarriage clean. The underside of your Tesla is exposed to everything on the road: water, mud, dirt, and in colder regions, road salt. Over time, these materials can collect around suspension parts, wiring, and cooling lines beneath the vehicle. If they remain there for long periods, moisture and salt can slowly lead to corrosion on metal components. This is especially common during winter months when roads are treated with salt. An occasional underbody wash helps remove that buildup before it has time to cause damage. Many car washes include an undercarriage rinse designed for this purpose. Keeping the underside of the vehicle clean helps protect important components and reduces the chance of corrosion developing over time. Habit 2. Monitor tire alignment. Wheel alignment plays a bigger role in efficiency and tire life than many drivers realize. Hitting potholes or curbs can gradually shift the wheel angles out of alignment. When this happens, the tires no longer roll perfectly straight. Even a small alignment change can increase rolling resistance, meaning the car uses more energy to move forward. Over time, this can also cause uneven tire wear, which may lead to earlier tire replacement. Signs of misalignment can include the car pulling slightly to one side or the steering wheel sitting off-center while driving straight. Checking the alignment once a year or after a strong impact helps keep the tires wearing evenly and the vehicle driving smoothly. Habit 1. Track charging and maintenance habits. One of the simplest ways to protect a Tesla long-term is by paying attention to small changes. Battery efficiency, driving range, and charging behavior can slowly shift over time. And noticing those changes early can help prevent larger problems later. Keeping a basic record of charging habits, service visits, and anything unusual, such as changes in range or unfamiliar noises, makes it easier to spot patterns. Some owners use a simple notebook, while others track this information in a phone app. Over time, these records create a clear picture of how the vehicle is performing. When something changes, it becomes easier to identify the cause and address the issue before it develops into a costly repair. Final thought: Tesla vehicles are built with far fewer moving parts than traditional cars. But long-term reliability still depends on how the car is used and maintained. Small daily habits, how the battery is charged, how the car is driven, and how basic maintenance is handled, can make a significant difference over time. None of these habits require major effort, yet together they help reduce unnecessary stress on the battery and other components. When these simple practices become routine, a Tesla can remain efficient and dependable for many years. With the right care, reaching 300,000 miles isn't unrealistic. It simply comes down to treating the vehicle in a way that supports the technology designed to keep it running for the long haul. Subscribe for more simple Tesla tips that help protect your battery and save money.